It's life, but not as we know it. Created by a private corporation, this is the world's first synthetic life form. It's able to grow and reproduce, and they've called it Cynthia. It was made here in Maryland by a team led by Craig Venter, the scientist who led the private sector race to map the human genome. They believe it'll transform our world, on a par, they say, with the splitting of the atom or the creation of the silicon chip.
It's a completely synthetic cell now. It's replicated over 1 billion times. The only DNA in the cell is the synthetic DNA that we made. So it's the first species on our planet to have its parent being a computer.
Cynthia really was created on a computer. Scientists emailed its genetic code over 1 million letters long to a machine, which built up its DNA block by block, quite literally turning letters into life. The DNA was then inserted into a bacterium. The man-made DNA pushed out the natural DNA to become the world's first artificial life form. What's more, when Cynthia reproduced, the very definition of being alive, its offspring also had the new synthetic DNA.
This is a world-changing moment. I think it's a landmark moment. I think it's going to open up the most extraordinary possibilities for biotechnology and for how we use microbes and other organisms to produce things for us. It's the start of potentially a third industrial revolution.
Researchers writing in the journal Science say that synthetic bugs could be made to produce new medicines and vaccines, transform environmental waste into clean fuel, and form a new generation of biologically based electronic components. But some say that the technology could be dangerous and is potentially unethical.
In the future, it opens the door to creating life forms that have never so far existed and could not naturally exist. So for the first time, humans will be truly playing God. They will be creating life according to their own designs that could not otherwise naturally exist.
It's hard to imagine, but both critics and supporters are agreed that this tiny organism is likely to have an enormous and irreversible impact on our world. Pallab Ghosh,